Hello everybody, what's going on? Got another video here for you. We're going to find the limit of this thing. It's not a difficult limit, but one that students will struggle with. Now, probably your first thing to do is put does not exist or undefined. That might be the right answer. Does not exist. But why? Is it because, are you putting does not exist because you're doing this? Whoops. And you see the 1 over 0 and then you put undefined, or you put does not exist. Well, that's not good enough. Okay? Don't do that. If I give a problem like this on test and you do that, I will take points off. All right, so how do we do this? Well, remember, whenever you're taking a limit, if you take the limit from the left and the limit from the right, they have to be the same, right? So let's look at this problem and let's find the limit. And I know I'll write that really messy. We're going to take the limit. That's LIM. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. We're going to take the limit of 1 over x minus 2, and we're going to come in from the right-hand side. Okay? And we're going to see what that equals. So when you do that, it's easy to come over here. I think it's easier to come over here and draw a number line. So you got the number 2 there. That would be 2. 1 would be way out here. 3's out here. And what we're doing is we're approaching 2 from the right-hand side. That's what the little plus means, coming in from the right-hand side. So as we're getting closer and closer to 2 from the right-hand side, we're plugging in numbers like 2.1, 2.01, 2.001, and so on, right? Those are numbers getting closer and closer to 2 from the right-hand side. So think about this. If you plug in 2.1, let's just plug the 2.1 in. That would be 1 over 2.1 minus 2, which is 1 over 0.1. And then if you plug in 2.01, that's going to be 1 over 0.01. And if you plug in 2.001, that's going to be 1 over 0.001, and so on. You see how it's going. And you can see that that's 10, that's 100, and that's 1,000. Well, what's happening there? Well, as we're getting closer and closer, the numbers are getting really, really big. See, this numerator here, it's staying at 1. But the denominator just keeps getting smaller and smaller, so the whole fraction's getting larger and larger. And so we can say that this is going to infinity. Okay? All right. Now, let's do the limit. Now, let's find the limit as x approaches 2 from the left. That's what the little minus sign there is. All right? So once again, if we draw the number line, we got 3 out here, and let's do it like this. Instead, we've got the number 1, and then the number 2, and then 3's out here. So this time we're coming in from the left-hand side. Okay, so we're going to be plugging in numbers like 1.9, 1.99, 1.999, and so on, right? As we're getting closer and closer to 2. These are numbers that are getting closer and closer to 2 from the left. So let's start plugging these numbers in and see what we get. We get 1 over 1.9, 1 over 1.9 minus 2, which is 1 over negative 0.1. And then 1 over 1.99 minus 2, which is 1 over negative 0.01. And then 1 over 1.999 minus 2, which is 1 over negative 0.001. And you can see this would be negative 10, negative 100, negative 1,000, and so on. So you can see as we're getting closer and closer to 2 from the left-hand side, the answers out here that we're getting, those are going to what? Negative infinity. Oops. Negative infinity. So you can see they're going in opposite directions. And so we can say that this does not exist. Now, why do we do this? Well, because sometimes you could get something like this, and let's just say that let's say this one goes to infinity, and let's just say for argument's sakes that this one goes to infinity. Let's suppose that the original problem was this squared. So let's just say the denominator squared. Then this would go to infinity. This would go to positive infinity also. Okay, and what happens here is you can see they're going in the same direction, and so up here we would put positive infinity as an answer. Okay, but yes, the answer to this one is does not exist. Okay, let me get rid of all that red. Somebody might have fallen asleep during the video and woke up and saw all that red writing, wondering what it's for. Okay, so even though you plug the number in and you get 1 over 0, or if you got 2 over 0, or whatever number over 0, don't just automatically write does not exist. You've got to come and show this. You've got to do that right there. Okay, so and this is another way where you it's important that you can do this. Well, why? Another reason this is important, coming in from the left and right and being able to show this is because later on in your calculus class, this would be in a Calc 1 class that comes after this material, you're going to have to graph functions, and you're going to have to verify vertical asymptotes, and this is one way that you would do it. And you would need to calculate these limits here so you'll know how to draw the graph as it's approaching the asymptote from the left and right. So you'll have to be able to do this anyway. All right, so I hope this video helped. Check out my other videos. Give me a like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.